Oh, Hannah just sent me a message. Hold on. Okay, replying to that. Sorry about that. Okay, let's head back over. Get this all set up. You all right?
Yeah, for some reason one of my paintbrushes just fused to the box. Paintbrushes I'm gonna have to buy.
Well, I mean, next time you're in Fuller. I mean, you're planning on going there with Kyle soon, right?
No, we haven't made any plans.
You haven't?
Not to do that.
I was about to say. You two can't go a week without hanging out. Not making fun of you, just it seemed to
Observation.
Yeah. Anna says it's cool that I got The Lost Spirit of the Sacred Winds. She said that's a good book to get. It's Clee's best. Mm-hmm. And yeah, I know, but at the same time, I wanted Dia. I mean, the way I look at it, if I'm being honest, the book is good. I'm glad I have it, but the setup I already had with Clee was good to begin with. So, I mean, I'm kind of like, hey, you know, it's a good.
It's always kind of a disappointment.
Well, yeah, and I wanted to get Dia, like she was who I was aiming for. Mm-hmm. But like I said, the book is fine. I don't have any issue with it, but it wasn't what I was hoping.
I'd take this about any 4-star character.
Hey, you know, like,
I mean, not 4-star,
5-star. Yeah, for sure. No, I get you.
The thing is, I'm running out of 4 stars to collect.
What I find so funny is I got it on a one, like with only one stone. Like I got it with the 1 wish, not the 10 spot.
Yeah, that is unique.
It's odd, man. But hey, you know what? It's a good weapon. I'm glad I got it, but I wanted Dia. Okay, that's what I was aiming for on the standard banner. But you can never anticipate what you're gonna get on the standard. But hey, who knows? Maybe when I make my roll for Yelan, I'll get lucky.
And get Dia.
There's nothing.
Shut. There we go. Hello, guys. We're getting started. Give me just a second. Lark and I were chatting. Sorry about that. Okay. Let us, Okay, guys, so here's the deal. We were planning to start Mass Effect 3 tonight, but many of you pointed out, and Lark pointed out too, that we need to do the DLC of Mass Effect 2. Like, there's a DLC with the Batarians, so we're going to do that first, and if we have time after that, we will start Mass Effect 3. So we're going to jump into that first. So that is the plan. That is the plan. All right, we're rolling in. As was expected of the Mass Effect stream, we open up with an image of a Mass Effect. You know, the Reapers got to be kicking themselves like, hey, dog, what happened here, man? Like, this isn't the way we planned it at all. Oh, we open up right where we left off, huh? All right. I'll drink to that. Am I right? Yes. Lark, like, I mean, to be real here.
Yeah, I can get behind that.
Yeah, this could be the whole stream right here. Just this. I can see it. I can do this the whole stream. But I know y'all don't want that, so we'll keep going. But stay here, baby. I'll be back. Chunks! How you doing, brother? How you doing, Chunks? Hey, Raven, do you watch anime? Yes, I do. I do watch it. Feed the fish! Okay. We love Tali. Hey, I love Tali too, okay? I love Tali. Remember, Raven, you have to get the rest of the ships for your collection before starting 3. I have to? Okay, well, where do I get them? Let's knock that out now. Let's go get them. Where do I get the rest of the ships? Omega? Hello, Hannah. Glad you're here. Omega and Ilium. All right, well, let's go to Omega first and get the ships. Where do I get them? Yeah, Mal, oh God, here come the ship collectors in the chat. I know. But hey, it's what y'all want me to do, and since we're wrapping up everything Mass Effect 2, if we don't get to Mass Effect 3 tonight, that's on y'all. Because let me be clear, y'all have told me to do the DLC mission where I kill the Batarians, which I was okay with, but now you want me to get my full collection of ships. I'll bet you want me to get all the fish too. So I'm like, hey, I don't mind doing this, but just know that if we don't get to Mass Effect 3, that's not on me.
Nor Shmi.
Hey Raven, would it make sense for a Lin Kuei to use a Jian sword? It might. Who are the Lin Kuei? You don't have to get all the ships. I was just told that I have to. That's the thing. Which is it? Alright, I'm guessing the fish, I mean not the fish, the ships are in the marketplace, so... That's food, I don't want food.
You don't want food? How do you live?
What you got, bro? You got Terminus armor, that's pretty cool. Oh, the guest ship.
I'll take it.
Why not? Alright. I got the ship from that guy. Think Sub-Zero and Smoke? Oh. Well, I guess they could use that stuff.
You really wanted to.
Alright. That's an alien magazine. That's a capacitor helmet. That's a blood dragon armor. That looks like knight armor. That looks sick.
Yeah, it's a reference to the Grey Wardens from Dragon Age.
That's cool. I mean, it's cool. Don't get me wrong. Alright, I got 2 ships. Y'all got any more ships for me to buy, or are we good now? Do we need to go to Ilium to get the next set of ships? That's VIP only. I can't go in there.
Which I think you're a very important person.
I'm not important enough. Alright, I got the ships. Let me out. There we go. Alright, so I think I got all the stuff here, so now I can go to Ilium and get those ships. Am I good to leave, or are there more ships here I need to get? Whee! That was easy. All right, I got the ship models. Now I need to go to Ilium and get the rest, I guess.
Not the rest.
And the rest. Yeah, everyone now is just talking about the Lin Kuei and the Shiro Ryu. I'm like, okay, y'all enjoy talking about that. I'm just gonna keep playing.
We have never done anything Mortal Kombat related. Now, let us discuss Mortal Kombat.
All right. Hey Raven, Lin Kuei are Chinese equivalent to ninja, and according to Gaijin Goomba, they existed in real life. Yes, the Chinese had their own equivalent of ninja, because ninja were spies, and the Chinese had spies. Gaijin Goomba. Oh, it's been a long time since I've heard what he had to say, and my respect for him is not very high. Alright, let's go to Ilium. Alright, this time I'll take Zaid and Jacob. What did Gaijin do? Gaijin and I have a history. Not directly, but I have responded to, I think, 2 of his videos. Maybe 3? I forget. It was a long time ago. But he has made some poor calls in the past. I think it was 3. I know that one was his Goblin video. Another one, I just did an overall response to his ninja videos. I think there was a 3rd one, but I just can't remember. Oh yeah, it was his Nobushi video. That's right.
I think case in point is like, he's not necessarily a bad dude or nothing, it's just, he bleeds, he drinks a little bit too much of the Kool-Aid when it comes to like ninjas and their myth and the mythology around them. He's a little bit too willing to just like...
Drink the Kool-Aid.
Yeah, if somebody said like, hey, ninjas were able to, you know, shoot fireballs from their hands, he'd probably go, like, you know, there's actually some truth to this.
Well, here's the thing. The problem I have with Gaijin is that he greatly over-romanticizes the ninja to the point that it's like, dude, you are aware that they did not and could not have done all this. Like in one video, he said that the ninja came up with medicines for every single slight of the human body. And I said, hyperbole is a word made with you in mind. They could not have done this. He also claims that the ninja developed compasses on the spot by using sewing needles. And I looked this up, I'm like, is this possible? And I found out there is a way to turn needles into a compass by superheating them next to a magnet. And I'm like, yes, because that's what ninjas had access to on the regular. It's not like they could use the positions of the stars, the moon, or the shadows on the ground thanks to the sun's location, as several other cultures and peoples have done for centuries before that. But no, it has to be the fact that they had these really creative ways of doing it. See, that's the thing. That's the thing. He very much drinks the Kool-Aid. He over-romanticizes the ninja to the point that I question everything that he says about them. And here's the thing. I'm sure he's right about a lot of what he says, but he goes so far, he goes too far. That's the issue I take. Like in his, and he also very much is a simp. I believe he's a simp. Like in his Nobushi video, he claimed that there were Onabugeisha who made popular men like Oda Nobunaga, Tokugawa Ieyasu, and Hattori Hanzo look like small potatoes in comparison. And I'm like, dude, they were cool women. You don't need to undersell other very popular and famous figures in Japanese history just to sell these characters. We get it. They're cool. But you are making it seem like, but you are overselling to make it look good. I would not do this. This is a poor decision. Let me put it this way. The Lin Kuei may be the equivalent of Chinese ninjas, and that is simply because the ninja was a spy. They were basically spies and subterfuge agents, which is good. That's cool. Many cultures had them. Many cultures had spies and subterfuge agents. The Aztecs had them. The Romans had them. The Greeks had them. Africans had them. Europeans had them. The Lin Kuei are just another variant of that. They just wanted to borrow some aesthetics of the ninja. And that's great. I'm glad for them. Good thing they did. This has got to be it.
I thought ninjas were assassins. They could be.
They could be. Ninjas... Honestly, you just need to watch my video on it. Assassination could be a part of the job, but it was not the only part of the job. In fact, it wasn't really a part of the job description. The primary role of a ninja was to spy, obtain intel, sabotage, misdirect. They could kill, but that wasn't the primary job of a ninja. I don't see any, maybe it's over here. Nope. I don't see anywhere to buy ships unless I'm missing something. I walked past the shops. Okay, well, tell me where the shops are. Let me check the map. Maybe the map. Ninjas are assassins and assassins can be ninjas. Correction, Imperator Penguin. Ninjas can be assassins and assassins can be ninjas. Not all ninjas were assassins. That is a misunderstanding. Let's see. Berea Frontiers, Normandy, Liara's office. This is a trading floor.
Hey Raven, what names did shinobis have other than ninja?
Shinobi, Ninja, those are the two most popular names for them. Gateway Personnel Defense and Memories of Ilium. Okay, so I need to go down then. Make sure I'm going the right way. Yep, got to keep going down. But yeah, I don't have anything personal against Gaijin Goomba. He's never said anything to offend me. But quite often when I hear his takes, I tend to laugh. I tend to just go,
Are you sure about that, buddy?
I tend to just go, it's hard to take things from him seriously. It really is. All right, let me see. We need to go this way. Gateway Personnel Defense. All right. Heavy skin wave. Nope.
Hey Raven, I hate Oda Nobunaga because he was an evil tyrant who massacred the ninja.
Not quite true. And besides, he wasn't the only one. He did not massacre all the ninja because there were ninja that existed past him, like a Tori Hanzo and the Iga ninja clan.
Yeah.
So he didn't massacre them all. But why do you hate him just for killing ninja?
I believe it wasn't the ninja, it was like the monks.
No, Oda had issues with the ninja too. In fact, it was his relationship with Tokugawa that kept him from wiping them all out. Because Tokugawa said no, we could still use them, so Oda didn't wipe them all out. That's how the Iga clan remained. But he didn't wipe out all the ninja, but yes, he did have issues with the ninja, but why is that enough reason to hate him? Like, look, here's the thing. Oda Nobunaga did a lot of bad things. There's no question of that, but is that a reason to hate him just because he had issues with the ninja and took out a lot of their clans? Like, I don't see the reason for that. Like, I would say that his actions against the Iko-Iki were far more heinous, although granted a lot of them asked for it. Like, Nobunaga, like, here's the thing. Nobunaga, you can either look at Nobunaga in one of two ways. Either you look at Nobunaga as, Nobunaga was this great leader who unified Japan and really started to bring an end to the never-ending war of Japan. Like, you can look at him that way. The other way to look at him, though, is to say, oh, well, he was a tyrant and ruthless evil demon king who did awful things to achieve his own ends. Neither one is entirely true. There's somewhere in the middle that you gotta get. I admire Oda Nobunaga for what he did and for his ambitions, and I admire some of the steps he took. I also think he was a brilliant military leader. Not the best, but definitely up there. And his willingness to use Western technology and Western tactics was great for what he needed to do. And his willingness to partake in meritocracy. He was one of the first daimyo who didn't care about your family lineage. He said, if you're the man for the job, then I'm going to move you up the ranks to where you need to be. That's part of the reason why Toyotomi Hideyoshi became as big as he was, because Toyotomi Hideyoshi started out as a simple merchant, as like a sandal bearer. He didn't start big, but he earned Oda Nobunaga's trust until he moved up to a high place of retention. He also trusted Tokugawa Ieyasu as a close ally, which was almost unheard of back in that time, because people would make alliances and then break them very quickly. It was a time of mistrust. So you had to make those. I forgot to feed the fish. Let's go.
Yeah, we don't want to do that. We don't. Up top, could certain monks get married and have kids, or could they find love?
I mean, depends on what you mean. Like, do you mean Chinese monks?
Western monks? What kind of monks are we talking about?
I think we got all the ships. I think we're good now.
Yeah, I think you got them all.
I think we got them all. Chunks, do I got them all? Tell me, Chunks.
Chunks, don't lie to me now.
Chunks?
Don't break my heart, Chunks.
He referred to himself as the Buddhist equivalent to the devil, probably because he didn't have a high opinion of Buddhism or religion in general. All right, now that I've done all that, time to enjoy myself a little. There we go.
Onward to genocide, indeed.
Hey, Raven, why did Sparta decline compared to Athens, as I think Sparta is over-exaggerated in their military, as they were financed by Persia in their war against Athens? Okay, first of all, let me clarify something. Yes, the media likes to over-romanticize Sparta's military, but you cannot deny Sparta was an incredibly strong military. Keep in mind that let's leave out their war against Athens and that Persia helped them, okay? Let's leave that out for a second. Alexander the Great's father, what was his name again?
Philip II.
Philip II sent a letter to Sparta saying, if we defeat you in war, we will make slaves of your people and your women. We will make your kings we will make your kings meaningless. We will desecrate your people. Your children will be they will be under our feet. What do you say to that? The only thing the Spartans sent back was a one-worded letter that said, "if." And Philip never effed with them again.
And neither did his son.
Even Alexander did not. Want to know why? Because they knew Sparta is not someone you want to fuck around with. Now, did we over-romanticize their actions thanks to what happened in the war with Persia in the Second Peloponnesian War? Yes. Do we over-romanticize them in our media because of their warlike culture? Yes. But were they a warrior culture? Yes. Were they one of the strongest warrior cultures in their day? Yes. So I never liked this idea that Sparta is so overrated. Look, here's the thing. The rest of the Greek world practiced a lot of the same military tactics of the Spartans, but the Spartans had tactics of their own that the rest of the Greek world didn't have, and their whole society was built on building a warrior caste, building a warrior society.
Not to mention Spartans would be some of the most valued mercenary generals for the entire ancient world.
Exactly.
Another thing to keep in mind is Athens seemed to progress more. Actually, Sparta kept its thumb over Athens for a while. Because during the Peloponnesian War, you can say, the Persians financed the Spartans. Yeah, but the Spartans were pretty much winning the whole time. The only way the Persians helped finance the Spartan navy, because the Spartans never had a navy. On land, the Spartans couldn't really be beaten until the Thespians came around. The Thebans came around and actually were able to beat them at their own game. And the thing is, what made the Spartans so special wasn't that they had the best warriors in the world. They did have some very impressive warriors, but they knew how to drill and maneuver better than everybody else. And so they could outflank you and outmaneuver you. In the War of Hoplites, that's a big deal. But the problem was their way they structured their society is what screwed them over, not so much their military. And once the Thebans were able to finally put the nail in the coffin of Spartan invulnerability, then they realized Sparta could be beaten, but no one was willing to truly put Sparta down until the Romans came along. And the Romans, they're an even crazier breed. Did we start Mass Effect 3? No, we're still...
Well, I need to figure out where the DLC mission is.
It should be over, go out the map. It's all the way on the other side of the map. Should be somewhere over there.
I think it was in the Omega system.
Something like that. It was far out.
Let's try going to Omega and just seeing what happens. Okay, let's see. Was it the Fathar system, or was it hold on, check the map again. It's down south? Okay.
It's apparently at the very bottom of the galaxy map.
Rescue Dr. Kenson.
Yep.
That's the one. All right, let's go. Whee! Anyway. Would Sun Tzu ever wear a cape? I don't know, I never met the guy.
I wouldn't throw it out of realm of possibility.
It's a possibility, but I don't know him. Let's start the scanner! Yay!
Last time I was chatting, we really didn't go old-fashioned.
The Spartans back in their heyday were, as some people would call them, living black air forces. I personally wouldn't want to get on their bad side. And that's the thing. Many people like to demonize the Spartans nowadays because we now know that they owned slaves. But it was a different time period back then, and the slave system back then was not the same as what we would consider slavery today.
Yeah, arguably theirs was different, but also in certain ways worse, certain ways better. It depends on how you look at it.
It depends on how you look.
It was not a fun time, but it wasn't the worst thing in the world.
Besides, the way I look at it, even if they did own slaves, that doesn't detract from their warrior culture. Like, people like to say, they're the moral bad guys because they own slaves and Persia didn't own slaves. And I always say the same thing. We cannot analyze who is the underdog and who is the moral arbiter of goodness based on outside factors beyond the war. Because for that to work, that means that the Persians had the goal of coming to Sparta and ending their slavery. That was not it. They didn't give two fucks about their slavery. What Persia wanted was, they didn't even want Sparta so much as they wanted Athens. They wanted to fight their way through Sparta to get to Athens because Athens was meddling in Persia's politics. Persia had a subsidiary, a vassal country that was rebelling. What was that?
The Ionian coast.
Sorry about that. The Ionian coast. And Sparta, but Athens was financing and supporting that rebellion, that revolt in the Ionian coast. And Persia used that as an excuse to say, well, Athens, we're coming for you, man. And Athens, who knew that their goose would be cooked, said, Sparta, would you like to help? And Sparta said, well, they got to go through us anyway to get to you, so yeah, what the heck.
Sparta was concerned because they know, like, they won't stop with Athens. They're probably going to just start taking over the entire Greek world because that had matched the Persian MO. And so Sparta tried to rally a bunch of other city-states. Athens says, you hate the Persians, I hate the Persians.
Let's work together and take out the Persians. And a lot of people say, oh, well, then why did Persia ally with them later? Because the Persians are opportunists and so are the Spartans. I mean, yesterday's enemy is tomorrow's friend.
The Persians, after the Persian Wars, the Persians would ally with any Greek city-states to knock down the biggest one. I mean, that was like, the Persians allied with the Spartans against the Athenians. What the heck, man? Well, later they were going to ally with the Athenians and Thebans to knock down the Spartans.
Like, look, and that's the thing, like, I remember we did that response to that one idiot on, Hilarious Helmet History?
Yeah,
that moron who tried to moralize the whole way through. He showed he clearly didn't understand the Spartans or the Persians. So, Raven Knight, the reason I asked what I did is because some say they were the North Korea of their era. Spartans were the North Korea of the...
No. The Spartans actually had an effective military.
Yeah, the North Koreans militarily they're a joke.
They wish they could be compared to the Spartans.
They probably mean that in the sense that the Spartans weren't as artist or philosophizing. They did not focus on that as much as the Athenians. But the difference is that North Korea has no good military to speak of and no good culture to speak of. The Spartans had a culture. In fact, I would argue that the Spartans had an excellent culture.
Because keep in mind, one of the reasons Sparta got to be as influential as they were is because Herodotus geeked out about them.
Exactly. So, no, don't buy that for a millisecond. Hey Raven, what was Sparta's peak and Sparta's downfall? Sparta's downfall was just time in Sparta got high on their own hype a little bit.
Yep.
And so they didn't feel the need to change or evolve their tactics. They felt like, we're Sparta, we're the best, we don't need to change. Then Rome comes along. And Rome said, nah, Sparta, not only have we advanced you technologically, but tactically.
Well, here's the big problem. Their peak was after the Peloponnesian War when they had hegemony over the Greek world for a couple decades.
Correct.
Then the Thebans sort of knocked them down. And they were still a regional power for a while, but as their power was steadily declining and Macedon was starting to nom on the Greek world, and then the other Hellenic successor states started to nom on the world, Sparta really couldn't do much about it, and they at no point tried to truly adapt or change. There were a few attempts at reform, but they could never really get them across, and so they were just a regional power. And by the time Rome came along, there was the great Spartan state wasn't that great anymore, and when they put up an offense against the Romans, went, that's cute, let me show you how we do it downtown Italy.
Exactly. No, you're right.
Yeah.
But yeah, so, but Thanks for adding on to that, I appreciate it.
No problem. Didn't they have birth rate issues? Yes and no. One of the problems is because one of the big misconceptions about Sparta is that Sparta, everybody in Sparta was a Spartan citizen. That's not true. The area that they controlled was called Laconia. And there were three classes. You had Spartan citizens, who were what we think of like when you think of 300. Then you have the Helots, which were the slave class, and then you have Perioikoi. I believe that's what they're called. I might be getting that term wrong. But Perioikoi were basically allied citizens in Laconia to the Spartans. They didn't go through the same training, but they were allied. So whenever Sparta went to war, they went to war.
Yep.
And so the problem was, the Spartans typically existed only around the city of Sparta and the Spartan countryside. And so there were always plenty of Perioikoi, there were always plenty of Helots, but let's say Sparta loses a battle, loses a lot of Spartan hoplites. They cannot recoup those losses in the same way like the Macedonians, the Romans, or the Seleucids can. So that's why when the Greeks fight each other and it's city-state versus city-state, a few heavy losses can really cripple a city-state for several generations.
So yeah, anyway, but still it sapped them of their strength, and Rome arriving did not help. Correct.
No, Rome was
the ultimate defeat of Sparta. Like, Sparta never recovered after that.
Yeah. Rome was the death knell for Greek independence.
Correct, because Rome just assimilated.
Well, to be fair, if it wasn't Rome, it probably would have been Macedonia or the Seleucids.
Correct. All right, so let's get this party started.
Indeed.
Actually, before I go, oh, well, I'm already down, so never mind. We're just going to do it now. North Korea wishes it could have Spartan strength. To paraphrase habitual line crosser, is an enemy nation really a threat if you can get half their military to defect with a Klondike bar? Yeah, literally, there's this great, like, basically, I could make your whole army defect just by giving them food.
That's the big problem they have.
All right, let's go. I don't even get a team this time. I'm on my own. I'm on my lonesome. I can't even bring my new girlfriend.
That's rough, buddy.
She's a very hot girlfriend. Guess we're going downstairs.
They've seen it.
You made the Romans sound like the board? Well, the Romans here's the thing. Romans basically said, hey, we don't have a problem with you following your gods or your cultural ideals. That's not a problem for us, but it has to go along with us. So what we'll do is we'll assimilate your gods into our mythology, and we'll work together here. You just got to pay your taxes and live under our rules, and we'll leave you alone for the most part. Mm-hmm. Like, because that's the thing. Rome knew, much like the Mongols did, you get nothing by forcing everyone to be like you. Now, of course, they'll look down on you and say, you are never going to be Roman, you're never going to be like us, you're going to be weaklings the rest of your existence. But, at the same time, you're paying taxes, you're keeping us alive, and we like you for it. So, it's kind of how they looked at the Jews and the Greeks and the Persians, everyone who wasn't them. They said, just pay your taxes, behave yourselves, we won't have any problems.
Yeah, that was a big thing for them, taxes.
Yep. I like how the Jews always say that they were living under the oppression of the Romans, and I'm like, you and everyone else.
Well, the thing is, it depends on who you're talking about, because sometimes the Romans would come in and be like, all right, do what you got to do, and they're fine. But other times they would come in and say, yeah, why is there no statue of Jupiter in your temple? Because there's only dedicated to one god. We're going to fix that.
Yep.
And then the Jews get angry, and the Romans go, why are they so mad?
Well, the Christians would like a word. About what? So the Romans were basically plagiarizing other mythologies? That's funny. Pretty much. Remember the city of Carthage and Corinth? We remember them because of what Rome did to them.
I remember Corinth for other things, too.
True.
Lots of prostitutes.
This looks interesting.
Not really, because,
Yeah. Yeah, well, Christians would yeah. We know about the Christian oppressions.
Yeah, we know about the Christian oppression. No, we totally do. It was worse than most. Like, legitimately, the Romans felt very intimidated by the Christians.
We have the records.
The problem is, here's the thing, most cults and religions that the Romans wanted to stamp out, they stamped out. Christianity, though, spread like wildfire, and they couldn't stop it, and they're like, why is it spreading so well?
Because they actually go out and help people, genius. Time and a crisis of the 3rd century, by golly, that's what people were looking for.
What was Corinth? Corinth was a city.
Is the city.
Well, it still is. I don't know why I put that in the past.
Well, the thing is, the Romans unmade the city, then they remade the city. Same thing with Carthage. They destroyed Carthage, but then they rebuilt it, but just under Roman control.
Accuracy is for dogs!
So how much did the TV show Rome get right?
I haven't watched the TV show Rome.
From what I've seen, the culture, spot on. Rome looks exactly like you would expect it. It's dirty, it's grimy, there's a lot of nonsense going on. Very much the Roman culture they get right. They get a few things like ages of certain characters wrong and certain alliances and places going on. But for the broad strokes, Rome did a very good job. Another thing I really like about the TV series Rome, most of the main actors are British, but all the background actors are native Italians. So they look more closer to what Romans would actually look like. Why did they destroy Corinth? Corinth rebelled. And if you rebel against Rome, Rome won't put the smackdown on you.
There were Jewish and Christian rebellions, and they destroyed those cities. Ask the Jews what they did to Jerusalem. Spoiler alert, it's not a pretty picture.
There's a reason why it's called the Wailing Wall.
Mm-hmm. To be fair, the Jews didn't help themselves.
No, they didn't.
Granted, there was that one emperor who really didn't like Jews.
He was having a bad
he had a thing.
Oh, Hadrian.
Oh, you.
That rapscallion.
That nut, him and his Jew hate. But hey, the Christians had their back. Nero, anyone?
Nero, Diocletian.
Oh, I almost forgot Diocletian. How could I forget that asshole?
And to mock him, the Catholic Church now names their territories dioceses.
Ah, I wondered where that came from. I learned something tonight.
I'm not sure about the portrayal of Cleopatra in that series, but it's better than Netflix.
Oh, God. And
low bar. But
dude, I would take a silly animated Disney cartoon version of Cleopatra over what they did in the Netflix series. Because at least with the silly kids cartoon version, I could at least say, yeah, this is obviously meant for kids. Although anything about Cleopatra is going to be hard to sell for kids.
Yeah. So what did she do to stay in power?
Ooh. Go ask your mom and dad about the birds and the bees, and then come back and talk to me.
Just How do we tell? How do we tell?
He ducked, last second. Oh no. Poke your head out, brother.
Wasn't there a Roman senator who forced Caesar to read a letter from his sister in public? Yep.
Yep, basically the story was...
I think it was Cato?
Yep, Cato was his name. Basically the story was that Cato hated Caesar and everything that he was about. So Caesar suddenly got a private letter while they were in the Senate, and Cato wanted to use this opportunity to make Caesar look bad. So he said, Caesar, you're getting notes in class. Is that something you want to share with the rest? Caesar straight up says, no, we can talk about this later. No, I'm not reading this out loud. No, Caesar, we're all interested. What are you getting? What's your private letter? No, I'm not. I don't want to read this out. I demand you read that out. Okay, and then he reads out a very smutty love letter from Cato's sister addressed to Julius Caesar, and humiliated Cato in front of everyone.
The best thing is, it seems like I'm trying to help. Fine. You know what? You asked for it.
At that point, it's kind of like, son, you don't want me to do this. You don't want me to do this.
Raven, why do Jormungandr and Zonhu keep stealing my kills?
I don't know.
They're probably having some personal issues, man. You should ask them about it. They're doing okay? Oh, Assassin's Creed got Cleopatra right. Technically, yes.
Yeah, partially. It's partially. They got her partially right. Partially.
I keep hearing conflicting stories in here. He's either portrayed as mustache evil or just too weak to rule. He was never too weak to rule.
No, he was definitely strong enough to rule. The problem is that there are two ways you can look at Caesar. The problem
Nero.
Sorry, Nero. I'm sorry. I thought we were still on Caesar. You know more about Nero than I do, Lark. You go off on this.
Okay, so here's the thing about Nero. A lot of people are like, well, the church probably they might have made up a lot of stuff about him because they were kind of mad about the whole persecution thing. And the thing is, they wouldn't have just made up, some of the stuff might be embellished, but we can tell he was probably a very unpopular ruler by the fact that when he died, no one was really upset. There was no like great push like, oh man, we really miss him. It was like, there was a reason. The story about him playing the fiddle while Rome burned, that is embellished because one, fiddles weren't invented back then, and two, he wasn't even in the city at the time. And he did donate some of his funds to try and help rebuild the city. But he was incredibly mentally unstable. He's also, if I recall correctly, he also kicked his pregnant wife, causing her to give a stillbirth. So he also did, from what we understand, also, like, after his wife died because, you know, kicked her to death, he's like, man, that's really upset. Hey, that person over there looks like her. I'll marry her. That's a he. We can fix that. Give me my scissors.
Use this.
Yeah, that's not even made up.
Yeah. The destruction of Carthage was controversial at the time, but at the time, as there were senators who didn't want the city destroyed, but I think Cato didn't like Carthage recovered. That's Cato the Elder, and he basically would end every single speech he would with Carthago to end the S, which basically, in my opinion, Carthage should be destroyed. Because you gotta understand, Carthage went during the Second Punic War, they devastated the Roman countryside. In the Republican period, that was probably the closest Rome came to actually dying.
The problem was, oh, no, I'm sorry, Lark, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Well, and so you gotta understand from Cato's, because he was a young man when the Second Punic War was going on. And there are rumors that what they would do is like, because Hannibal recruited almost all of Rome's enemies he could get their hands on. And so when Rome's enemies finally had a chance to strike back, and the Romans sort of had to hide from the enemies and hide behind city walls, there was reports that they would actually go up to city walls with Roman children that they had captured, grab them by the ankles, and they would bash their heads against city walls. And so Cato basically would go, yeah, I remember them doing that. We should burn their town down. And so when they set up the treaty after the Second Punic War, it was basically just, please break this so I have an excuse to kill you. Please. And then they did, and Rome went down, and the Third Punic War was basically a formality.
Yep. I should probably leave you to answer all these because you're far better with Roman history than I am.
I'm a Roman nut. Did Brutus really stab Caesar? Yes.
Yes, he did.
Not only did he stab Caesar, he stabbed him in the groin as an insult. Little treacherous weasel.
What are you doing?
Dr. Hansen, I'm Commander Shepard. I'm here to get you out.
Commander Shepard? I heard you were alive. Hackett must have received my message.
We're not safe here. Can you walk?
I'm fine. Just give me a moment.
We have to go. Now.
If we can find a console,
Do we have to go now?
security, make us an escape path.
But anyway, yeah, Lark here is far more knowledgeable of Roman stuff than I am. I mean, I know a fair amount, but he is very well knowledgeable about that. My area was always medieval history and Asian history, so if you got questions about that, I can answer that.
Hey, you were going on about Nobunaga.
Yeah, I like that stuff. I'm good at that stuff. I can do the talky bits.
Commander Shepard versus Commander Reyes.
Who's Commander Reyes?
You mean Ryan? Which commander do you mean?
I don't know who Reyes is.
You mean the guy from Andromeda? I thought that was Ryder.
I don't remember who it is. Hello.
Yeah. Why would he do that? It's not logical for Brutus to do that. You gotta understand the mind of Brutus, because
What mind?
Exactly. Remember Cato's sister we were talking about?
Yeah.
Cato's sister was Brutus's mother. There is every possibility that Brutus was Caesar's
Biological son.
In fact, after Octavian, Brutus was the next heir in line to inherit Caesar's fortune. But the thing is, when Caesar was off on campaign, Brutus spent a lot of time with his uncle, who hated Caesar. Not to mention, Brutus was from the senatorial class, which typically favored the optimates, which were the more conservative political group in Rome. And so he spent a lot of time with his uncle, and not only that, a lot of his political posturing came from Caesar. So there's probably a good bit of Brutus that felt like he wanted to get out from under Caesar's shadow, and Cato probably just helped nurse and sort of go like, aren't you a little tired? Like, if you watch the Shakespeare play, it's not, I can't remember which character does it, but there's a lot of whispering that goes into Brutus's ear, and that probably happened in real life, but he hated Caesar enough because he probably felt that, one, he wanted to restore Roman liberties back to the conservative senators, and he also wanted to try and basically show that he was his own person, that he wasn't reliant on Caesar.
But yeah.
Why would Augustus have Caesar on killed? Because there can only be one Caesar.
Correct.
He was not, like, he had just put down another civil war. He did not want Egypt rebelling, saying, we have the actual heir of Caesar here. So he's like, no, we're getting rid of you.
Close the door we came in through. Keep them out. They're coming through that door in the back. Lock it down.
Raven Knight, I was wondering, did you watch the Madagascar movie?
Yeah, I've seen the Madagascar movie. It's an interesting movie.
To say the least.
They're coming up from below. Other side, go.
Caesar wasn't Caesar's son. Yeah, he was.
He was.
Yeah. How did Caesar become so influential? He basically took over the Roman Republic and basically helped stabilize it.
Look at it this way. The Senate didn't always look after the people's interests. Caesar did. He cared greatly about the people and the military, and that earned him the respect of the military and the people. And so the Senate hated him for it. They thought that he was going to take more power away from the Senate.
Watch the other side.
And so they wanted to remove him.
Correct.
So that was their big fear. They were afraid that the people in the army liked Caesar too much, and he would take their power.
And he did.
He essentially did, yes. If he had become emperor, he would have taken a lot more of their power.
Well, the thing is, basically, he laid out the role model for what an emperor would be. He was an emperor and everything but the name.
Yep. But he was about to be named.
Well, he ideally would have liked to have been called king. It was Augustus who came up with the idea, like, call me Principes, which means first citizen, which was the first title for emperor. Though Caesar was actually called imperator, which would eventually evolve into the term emperor. Could Japan have conquered China in the Indian War? It's more your alley.
Probably not, honestly. You got to realize that as great as Japan's military strength was, China's way too big. One of the problems Japan has is they greatly underestimated China. Then again, they underestimate everyone they fight.
Even Greg?
I think they would have started off strong, but no, I don't think that they realistically could have won the Indian War. There, Batarian down.
And I take it Caesar's wife was not too happy with the whole Caesaron situation? Caesar's wife was dead.
Yeah, Caesar lost his wife. Killing Caesar is less tyrannicide and more benefiting every other senator.
Well, actually, some senators were very upset with him.
Yeah, there were some senators who liked him, others who did not.
Leave that to me.
Die, you pig. There we go. Assault rifle go brrr. Oh, flashbang, flashbang. Excuse me, I apologize.
They'll probably get as far as Korea and that's it.
Yeah, they might have gotten halfway up Korea, but the combination of the Korean forces and the Chinese forces, just it would not have worked. Plus, you got to keep in mind, when you go to war with China, you also go to war with all their trading partners. And if anyone was still interested in having China as a trading partner, they don't want Japan to take them.
Isn't that partially the reason why they had to trade with the black ships for so long?
What's the reason? What was the question? Sorry?
Like, isn't that part of the reason why they had to trade with the black ship policy for so long?
They traded to the black ship policy because Japan and China just hated each other and didn't want to do dealings with each other. But the problem is, didn't matter. They still needed each other because Japan had the silver that China wanted, and China had the silks that Japan needed because Japan did not have a population of silkworms like the Chinese did. So they needed each other. Japan wanted their kimonos. China wanted the Japanese silver mines. So they had to trade, but they hated each other and didn't trust each other. So that's why the Portuguese came in and said, "Hey, we've got a black ship policy! Yay!"
You hate each other. I don't care. I'll sell between you two. do.
Oh, the papacy, the Catholic Church saw Japan and China as moolah for years. Could Japan have ever become Christian during their first contact with the Western world?
Yes.
They could have, but they did not, because Tokugawa Ieyasu was very careful not to let that happen.
Do you think they'll come after you?
I'm not taking any chances. Batarians don't take kindly to humans who plan to destroy their mass relays.
So the charges against you are true.
Well, to be fair, that's about half the story. My people and I were here investigating rumors of Reaper technology out on the fringes of this system.
I guess you found something.
We found proof.
Well, no, I just thought it'd be funny.
Arriving in the system. When they get here, they'll use its mass relay.
On topic, have you seen the Mass Effect version of the Founding Fathers copy pasta? No, I have
Nope.
not.
Have not.
Anywhere in the galaxy.
So you decided to destroy it.
Exactly. Doing that would stop the Reaper's invasion. Even at FTL speeds, it'd be months or years before they got to the next relay. We came up with what we just called the Project. A plan to launch a nearby asteroid into the relay and destroy it before the Reapers could arrive. Of course, the resulting explosion would probably wipe out the system.
I see.
So we're killing Batarians,
Let's
yes?
launch an asteroid into a mass relay.
Commander raises from Call of Duty Infinite Warfare. Well, that explains it. I've never played that.
Make a salvage yard.
Yep, couldn't tell you anything
Get the
about
right
that.
amount of power and a good VI to drive it, and you can pretty much just point and shoot.
I've always heard that mass relays are indestructible.
I've heard that too, but I think it's more that nobody's willing to find out what happens when one is destroyed. And, well, we plan to slam a small planet into the thing at very high speed. By our calculations, that's more than enough.
Is the project still operational?
I imagine it is. We were one button press away from launch when the Batarians arrested me.
Why do you think destroying the mass relay would destroy the entire system?
Mass relays are the most powerful Mass Effect engines in the known galaxy. The energy released from the relay's destruction would probably resemble a supernova. This is a remote system, but just over 300,000 Batarians live on the colony where they held us. The explosion would undoubtedly kill them all.
How were you caught?
We've been smuggling stuff.
Anyway, let's see.
Omega. Guidance. And
I've heard of Mass Effect, but what's it about? Mass Effect is a sci-fi story about a future where humanity lives alongside several other alien races, but a new threat has appeared in the galaxy called the Reapers, who for countless eons would basically grow new civilizations throughout the galaxy and then come in and wipe them all out just to restart the process again. You play as Commander Shepard, whose job is to assemble a team and stop the Reapers. That's the most basic I can give you. Hey Raven, have any plans for alternate history videos of your own? It'd be very interesting to see your take on what ifs. Maybe. I'm not sure I'd be very good at those.
I still don't see how you learned about this supposed invasion.
The evidence came from what we call Object Rho, a Reaper artifact we discovered among the asteroids near the relay itself. When we get back to Arcturus Station, I'll explain everything and provide copies of all our notes on the artifact.
The stakes are too high. If you were willing to destroy a whole system over this, I want to see your proof.
I guess I can't argue with that. Give me a moment. Kenson to Project
Look,
Base.
we're killing Batarians. Come on, this is a great deal.
Affirmative. And I've got Commander Shepard with me. Tidy up the lab. The commander needs to confirm the artifact. All set. Just sit back and relax. We'll be there in no time.
I don't trust this lady. I find it kind of funny that we're finally getting to the asteroid. Everyone's kind of stopped talking about history now. Kind of crazy.
Because they want to see the Batarians get what they rightfully deserve.
Correct.
Here we are. Welcome to Project Base.
What's this?
That's our countdown to arrival. When that gets to 0, the Reapers will have come. Just over 2 days encounter. Puts things in perspective, doesn't it?
We're running out of time.
Reapers could be at Earth in 2 days.
And we gotta blow up the Terrans quickly.
Then let's show you that proof. That door exits the hangar. The artifact is in our central lab area.
You're not getting rid of me based on rampancy,
Go
pal.
through the door at the end of that corridor to your left.
You will never stop me.
So what would it take to get the project back up and running?
Everything was in place when we were arrested. It wasn't a question of could we, but should we.
What alternative do we have?
The Reapers will reach the system, regardless. But the Alpha Relay is their shortcut to the rest of the galaxy. If you want to keep the Reapers at bay, this relay must be destroyed.
Oh, that is how sad. Anyway, back to killing the Terrans.
We have to get the project running. It's probably the only chance we have.
One sec, let me get the door.
What the hell?
Commander Shepard, I give you Object Rho.
You have the Reaper artifact just sitting here? Out in the open?
When we found it, it showed me a vision of the Reaper's arrival.
Kent, this is not good.
Give it a moment, Shepard. It'll give you the proof you need.
Oh, not this again. I thought we were over this.
I can't let you start the project, Shepard. I can't let you stop the arrival.
Oh, she's been indoctrinated.
Yeah. That is in real time.
Hit the deck!
I noticed you did.
Why doesn't she grab the gun? Okay. Let them kill you here?
But I don't want to die.
I don't want to die. Take as many of you boys with me.
Man, it's this here, does she sound similar to Miranda? I'm listening to y'all while playing mod and Fallout 4, and I keep thinking, I wonder if we're going to get Miranda on this.
Oh no!
Oh no!
Oh. Okay. I guess. Oh, hello.
Hello there.
Hello there! Ah! Glowy eyes!
Take him to the med bay and patch him up. We want Shepard alive.
Oh, she's being possessed by a Reaper.
You know, as that happens.
Now, you know what? Why didn't a Reaper possess Saren? If all you need to be is indoctrinated. He didn't possess. Oh, yeah, he did at the end.
Well, it could be a glitch in the system.
In the end, a beautiful friend to the end.
No glitch. The sedatives aren't working.
You're damn right they're not. I don't know how to sleep. Ah! I'm gonna punch you in the face with my bare fist, even though your face is protected by a helmet. I will suffer no repercussions.
Because specters or something, I don't know.
Let me out! Let me out! Oh my god, I'm a battle droid. Beat, boot, fuck the flesh, people.
No, that's what the Reapers want. I'm not gonna say I told you so. We're still gonna kill the Terrians. I'm still a happy camper.
Roger. Suddenly I have an intense urge to be really goofy.
You must resist. Look beyond your comedic parts.
Shepard's escaped.
Yes, I know the destruction.
I'm locked and loaded, you sons of bitches.
I know the destruction of a Mass Effect relay is regrettable, but
Wait,
hey,
I only have 2 hours to get you? Okay.
the fact that kept you sedated for 2 days is barely impressive. No, we're not Mass Effect 3. We're doing the DLC for Mass Effect 2. Then we're going to bounce over.
Yep. After this, we'll bounce over if we have time. We may have to save Mass Effect 3 for next time.
Yep.
And I don't know what we'll stream tomorrow.
Why not? I thought he was our guest.
Hey Raven, some of my not here's are repurposed characters from my story marquee, which I think you might like. Okay. Stream Dead Island 2? I don't know, I'll have to think about it. Because, we'll have to see what happens. I mean, people seem to like me doing Elden Ring. Hey Lark, any other games you want to stream?
Maybe. There has been a request for Total War here and there, so I might do that at some point. But you know, we'll see what happens. It's actually canon in Star Wars that the reason Battle Wars were so goofy is because the Separatists were too cheap to give them annual data patches and updates. Gotta love those Separatists.
Hey Lark, what would have happened if the Romans had discovered steam technology?
They almost did, but they didn't realize how they could apply it. Assuming they figured out, like, they actually had a full-on industrial revolution, it's kind of hard to predict what would happen. But assuming they can, like, get a railroad industry going on, their conquest could start going out much better. They would be able to rapidly respond to threats much quicker. However, the influx of gunpowder into the Empire, it's hard to say how that would affect the political situation. They used to be a badass. That does.
They've seen
Die, bitch, die.
You will die slowly and painfully. Which is, you know, hey, I don't consider that a bad thing at all.
Yeah, everyone's asking you to stream stuff like Gears of War and stuff because they don't think I will. Lark, you're becoming the most popular person on the channel.
Well, the thing is, I don't have. I've played Gears of War 3, but that's the only one. I mean, I touched Gears of War 4, but I lost interest. And besides, I don't have all the time in the world to stream. I won't say no, but I won't say yes either. I'll just put you down as a definite maybe. I'm not sure what would be more interesting, Lark streaming Rome playthrough or a Skaven playthrough of Total War. Probably Rome, because I'm terrible at playing Skaven. Just because I can't keep their loyalty in check. And also, though I love me some Rattling guns, I am terrible at managing them. I honestly think Germany could have won World War II if Funny Mustache Man was out of the picture and replaced by someone competent.
If Funny Mustache Man was out of the picture, then Germany wouldn't have gone to war.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. But even if you get into the war, it's like there's no one thing Germany could have done to fix their situation. Because here's the thing: Funny Mustache Man sometimes made a good call, sometimes he made a bad call. Sometimes the generals made good calls, sometimes they made bad calls. You can't place the blame on the loss in Germany on one person in particular. It took a nation. It took a political party to make the stupid decisions they made. Raven, doesn't Lark prefer RTS games more than you? He comes to the RTS, I think. I love that soundtrack, though. Can you stream Dead Island 2 or Elden Ring?
We'll see. I've got to think about it. I got to think about what I want to play. I don't want to play something that's too stressful or too sweaty because I mean,
sweat swamping here.
Because I'm still kind of woozy from my medication, so I'm not like you saw me play when I was with Havoc. I wasn't at top form at all, so
Yeah.
I probably need to play something real more chill.
Yes.
Like Rainbow Six Siege, that's totally chill, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, or Dead Island, or Dead by Daylight.
Yeah, totally chill. We're not. I think.
Actually, I probably do need to play Dead by Daylight at some point for a stream before they end this event going on.
Yeah, that's what
I want to activate the project.
So, Warcraft Spartan 4, those types again? Yeah, I enjoy those. Civilization, I enjoy Civ 5, not Civ 6.
All right, the ultimate question. Oh, it's not even a question. We just do it. Okay.
Activation in progress. Warning. Collision with mass relay is imminent. Begin evacuation procedures.
I'll be nice. I'll warn them.
Nah.
Alert. All colonists living in the Bahak system. This is...
Shepard, no! Do you have any idea what you've done? You leave me no choice. If we can't stop this asteroid, it must be destroyed.
Tell me where to find Dr. Amanda Kenson.
Dr. Kenson is traveling to the reactor core module.
An ESO-core meltdown should do it. Because of you, everyone on this rock will be obliterated.
Not if I get to you first.
What the?
Why do you not enjoy 6? I just didn't think it was as good as 5. I didn't think you could manage your civilization as well. I also didn't like how my workers kept disappearing because, like, oh yeah, they're now turned into the farm. They really irritated me. And then I have Congo yelling at me even though we're not allied. Dude, improve your military. I was like, dude, I'm trying.
Don't try to stop me, Shepard. I have to do this.
You know what? I think we should try and stop her.
I've already activated the project. We can still escape this rock.
There is no escape. There's no redemption for what you've done.
I think. Do I really need redemption for doing the
I
right
will die,
thing?
never having seen the Reaper's blessings, and you will just die.
Okay.
Whatever you say, sweetie.
Damn it, Kenson.
Shepard is trapped. Keep him in there.
All right, let's keep moving. Guess we got to go down.
Can't go.
Oh, we're going up. Okay, that works too.
Safety controls disengaged. Core temperature rising.
I would love to be ready to play Resident Evil 4 remake.
I would need to just, I mean, Resident Evil 4 remake? Cool. I'd play that, because I've never played any of the Resident Evil games. I've heard they're good.
What makes the evil residency? Why did they give
How do I
them
stabilize
residency?
the reactor?
All automatic safety protocols have been
Is it that they don't do real-time strategy multiplayer just because I know I get first off? Need to play Harvest Moon or Stardust Valley. I'm unfamiliar with either of those.
Never heard of them.
Because Evil started close to home. Huh.
Plasma venting aborted.
Yeah, let's make the guy who made his disdain for the zombie genre play one of the OG zombie games. I mean, when you put it like that, it's kind of funny.
That would be hilarious.
It's like, hey, we know you don't like this setup, so play the setup. It's like, well, when you put it like that, how can I say no?
Ha, he went boom. Oh, whoa! He got blowed up.
He blowed up real good.
That was kind of messy.
Not an issue. More of a feature.
Gotta turn that off, don't we?
Maybe.
I don't even know.
How can we know?
I believe Heidegger once said.
That's great.
What the hell?
Completely irrelevant, dog or cat person?
I like both. I have had good experiences with both, and bad experiences with both. We've owned more dogs in our life than cats.
We haven't had any cats, we just had a few that hung around.
I had Noelle.
Yeah, but you didn't own her, she just hung around you.
No, I kept her for like a month.
Yes, but you did not actually own her.
True.
Like, taking care of it, yes. Actually have ownership of her? No.
Fair enough.
Yes. Now let me crush more of your dreams.
I love Noelle. She was a good kitty.
Never said she wasn't a good kid.
Security log overwritten.
Die, you damn pyro!
You will not stand in my way in my quest to kill Batarians.
Whee! Man, getting to the second side of the station is kind of a trip.
You're telling me.
Am I?
Is it possible to use Victorian tech and magic together without weakening the magic or making it too OP? I think that depends on how you write it.
Yeah, that depends entirely on how you write it and how you approach the magic system.
So to put it gently, yeah, sure, go ahead, do it.
Do it, man. I'm all for it.
If you
I
wanna
like writing
try-
magic systems.
If you want to try and combine it, yeah, sure, give it a go. Tell us what you think. You might have to do some brainstorming. But you know, there's nothing wrong with doing a little bit of a, creative process and everything. It's a righteous West, alright. That's just a misborn error with one.
Reactor temperature approaching critical.
Good.
Well, it's not a good thing. If the reactor temperature reaches critical and this asteroid blows up, not only do we die, but the Batarians don't die.
Oh, then that's bad.
That's very bad. Ow.
I mean, if we don't kill a bunch of Batarians, have we really even lived? I actually recently learned that the Titanic Grand Staircase actually had a clock. I actually did not have a clock, but we will never know for sure because there were no pictures.
Okay.
The more you know.
The more you know.
I could never understand Resident Evil. One game you kill zombies, then mutants. Next game you're killing black people and Mexicans. Then all of a sudden, vampire Dami Lami. Yeah, I don't think they know what they're doing.
Yeah, I've given up trying. It's kind of like Final Fantasy. If you try too hard to make them all connect, you're going to give yourself a brain aneurysm.
Or worse, you could try and connect all the Kingdom Hearts nonsense.
Well, she told me to try to stop her. I guess I better get to work stopping her.
Step away from the reactor.
You ruined everything.
Hey, you invited me here.
Turn around. Now.
Take them away from me. I will never see them because of rival. All you had to do was...
Yeah, I took a renegade choice there.
Shoot out.
Collision imminent. Warning. Collision imminent. Warning. Collision imminent.
Good.
Warning. Collision imminent. Warning. Collision imminent. Warning. Collision imminent.
Joker, this is Shepard. I need a pickup. Now.
Communication system damaged.
Damn it.
Evacuation
Well, that's not
protocols
good.
in effect. All personnel report to escape shuttles.
Where can I find an escape shuttle?
Take the lift from this room to the external access. From there, proceed to the communications tower. The remaining escape shuttles will be located on the tower's landing.
I have to get to that compound.
Raven, have you played the Stalker series? I don't know what the Stalker series is.
No. No, we have not.
So we won't, or
No, it's just I haven't played it.
I haven't heard of it, so I don't know.
I've heard of it, but I know the name. That's it. Well, 20 minutes in. Okay.
Let's get out of here.
It's really good.
It says we got to get to the comms tower. Book it, we gotta run. Oh, wrong way. Wait, that's the way I came up. What do we do? Oh, that way, to the airlock. Raven Lord Stalkers Fallout, but in Russia. Oh.
I thought that was Metro.
Oh, we're still fighting people? Fighting our way through a bunch of goons. Just another day for Commander Shepard.
Indeed.
Jesus.
Oh, it takes place in Pripyat, Ukraine. Okay.
I have even less interest now. Not fond of Russia or Ukraine.
That whole situation, I feel bad for everybody over there.
Heal up, heal up, heal up, heal up. Open fire. Yup, there we go. Heal up, heal up, heal up, heal up, die.
That Mass Effect relay is actually getting closer. How about that?
How about that?
Would you play Metro 2033?
Don't know what that is.
Basically a Russian Fallout.
You really want me to play a Russian Fallout game?
Yep, or a Slavic one at the very least. Or let me get a Polish Fallout game.
Shepard to Normandy. Joker, do you read me?
Oh, hey! How you doing, big guy? What's up?
Come on, Shepard, let us have one.
You have become an annoyance.
And you've become a giant cicada!
Dust struggling against cosmic winds. This seems a victory to you. A star system sacrificed. But even now, your greatest civilizations are doomed to fall. Your leaders will beg to serve us.
Maybe you're right. Maybe we can't win this. But we'll fight you regardless. Just like we did Sarah. Just like I'm doing now. However insignificant we might be. We will fight. We will sacrifice. And we will find a way. That's what humans do.
Know this as you die in vain. Your time will come. Your species will fall. Prepare yourselves for the arrival.
So, should I bring snacks? What do you want?
Roger that.
Get us out of here, Joker! I just said that! Oh my god, I just said that!
Quit reading my mind! I want to be destroyed and do a Fallout timeline. Mad Max. I guarantee you it's Mad Max.
Oh no.
Surprise!
Oh!
Batarians are dead. Nope, Civ 5 and 6 are the only ones I played.
Okay, well, that just happened.
Yeah, well, good job, everybody. We killed those Batarians.
Yeah.
I guess we stopped the Reapers or something too. Yeah, you know, whatever.
Looks like you've recovered.
Mostly.
Sounds like you went through hell down there. How are you feeling?
Fine. No more visions, if that's what you mean. I wasn't expecting to see you here.
You went out there as a favor to me. I decided to debrief you in person. That was before the mass relay exploded and destroyed an entire Batarian system. What the hell happened out there, Commander?
Oh, what have you heard?
Have you received any intel about what happened?
All I know is I sent you out there to break Amanda Kenson out of prison. And now an entire system is destroyed. I hope you can fill in the leap of logic between those two events.
I confirmed Dr. Henson's proof. The Reapers were coming. Destroying that relay was the only way to stop them. Kenson sedated me for almost 2 days. I started the engines with little more than an hour left. I tried to warn the Batarian colony, but time ran out.
The Batarians report no survivors from Aratat. At least you tried. And you believe the Reaper invasion really was a threat?
No doubt about it. We literally had minutes to spare.
I'm sure all the details are in your report. I won't lie to you, Shepard. The Batarians will want blood, and there's just enough evidence for a witch hunt. And we don't want war with the Batarians. Not with the Reapers at the Galaxy's Edge.
What are you saying?
You did what you did for the best of reasons, but there were more than 300,000 Batarians in that system. All dead.
Stop. I was already sold. You didn't have to try selling me more.
If I could have saved Dan, you bit your ass.
You're preaching to the choir, Commander. If it were up to me, I'd give you a damn medal. Unfortunately, not everyone will see it that way.
Yeah, I don't care what the council thinks.
So what do you suggest?
Evidence against you is shoddy at best. But at some point, you'll have to go to Earth and face the music. I can't stop it, but I can and will make them fight for it.
I didn't expect to see you aboard a Cerberus vessel.
I don't like Cerberus and the way they do things. But they brought you back to life, and they're actually doing something about the state of the galaxy. Besides, I'm not so sure this is a Cerberus ship anymore. Right?
Probably not.
Is the Alliance concerned about the Batarians' response to this incident?
Very. The Batarians have been looking for an excuse to wage war on us since we showed up in the galaxy. If the Reapers invade, we need the galaxy to work together.
Considering that's usually when you're
If
staying
we're
with
at
the
war
Reapers
with
in
the
there.
Batarians, the other
Nice.
races will be hesitant to give aid to either side.
Is the Alliance prepared for a Reaper invasion?
That's hard to say. It took multiple fleets and the Destiny Ascension to bring Sovereign down, and that was just one Reaper. If the Reapers come in force, we're just not ready.
I'll gladly stand trial once this mission is done.
Glad to see working with Cerberus hasn't stripped away your sense of honor. Do whatever you have to do out here. But when Earth calls, you make sure you're there with your dress blues on.
Now, do we have to be?
In the meantime, you keep this. I don't need to see a report to know you did the right thing.
Yes, sir.
You've done a hell of a thing, Commander.
Thank you, sir. Always a pleasure to serve.
I'm sorry, I spaced out with that whole thing. Can you come back and explain all that to me again?
Dag Shepard. All fair points, Admiral Hackett, but can you, in fact, hack it?
No, I cannot. But we did it, guys. We did the DLC mission. Now let's go feed the fish, get some whoopee from Tali, and do we have enough time to at least make our character in Mass Effect 2?
Yeah, I think we get that.
All right, well, let's go feed the fish. Not like it's going to matter. This is the last thing we do.
Yes.
Let's feed the fish and say goodbye to Tali for a little while. I don't even want to say goodbye to Tali. Or Chunks. It's almost worse. Tali, get up here. We need to talk.
Please know that you are second fiddle to a space hamster.
All right. We're not doing the couch this time, Tali. Come on. Get to the bed. Atta girl. Atta girl. Ah. Yep. Killed a bunch of Batarians. Stop the Reapers. Bang Tali. Life is good. Life is good for Commander Shepard.
Sir, the Reapers are on the right. Life is good.
Life is good.
I don't need any of your negative Nancy stuff right now, Edie, so please.
You're not going to like what happens to Chunks in Mass Effect 3? No, not Chunks.
He's the best of us.
How can this ship hold together without Chunks?
He is integral.
All right. All right. The time has come. Save there. All right. And that means we got to go to the main menu, folks.
No.
All right.
Say it isn't so.
Well, Mass Effect 3, guys. Y'all ready?
Y'all ready for this?
Let's do it. I've never even touched Mass Effect 3. I have no idea what's going to happen. Mass Effect 2, I have to... Whoa.
I'm assuming Earth is going to get attacked at some point.
Probably. That doesn't look good. Lots of fires going on there. That looks like Earth. That looks like Africa in here. Whoa! It's raining debris. Hallelujah. It's raining debris. All right. I hope you enjoy having your love interest with you the whole game, Raven. I do enjoy that.
We get that? Oh, nice.
All right. New game. We got to import the ME2 character. Keith, my boy.
The Keithster.
Whee! Whoa, that's actually a good look right there.
There you go.
We don't even need to change that.
We will keep as is. Corwin Kellner just dropped $10 saying, you find Chunks in the Jack area in Mass Effect 3. You have to catch him. Then we will catch Chunks.
Yeah, I've got a pretty decent beard. I don't think this is a problem.
That's good stuff.
Except imported face, all right. Now, do we want to keep the soldier or do we want to change it up?
I mean, we've been going soldier.
We've been going soldier the whole time. I think we better just keep that. We may do something different when we play Andromeda. All right. I think keeping soldier will be fun.
Well, Andromeda, you can like switch it out.
Oh, we got $9.99. Oh, that was the $9.99. Never mind you.
I was doing my job.
All right. Let's keep soldier. Keith Shepard. Origin, colonist. Reputation, war hero. Class, soldier. Profile registration complete. Press X to accept or circle to go back. Let's accept. Shepard's current health... Oh. Electronic Arts presents...
Something that disappointed a lot of people.
How bad is it?
How bad is what?
We just lost contact with two of our deep space outposts.
What?
There's something...
I gotta turn up this volume. I can't hear it.
Is this what Shepard warned us of?
Let's take one life on it.
How long will you have that?
I sent word. The fleet's on fire.
God help us all.
In 2157, humanity discovered it was not alone in the universe. 30 years later, they found a peaceful place among dozens of galactic species, but this idyllic future is overshadowed by a dark past. Reapers, a sentient race of machines responsible for cleansing the galaxy of all organic life every 50,000 years, are about to return. The leaders of the galaxy are paralyzed by indecision, unable to accept the legend of the Reapers as fact, but one soldier has seen the legend come to life, and now the fate of the galaxy depends on him. I read that just in time. Sweet. Whoa, it's Star Wars! Oh, whoa, so it was all just the mind of a little kid? That sums up Star Wars pretty well.
I look forward to seeing him die, because I know there's no way they're showing him and he's not dying.
Exactly. God, I look good. Tell you what, where's Tolly? You're not Tolly, get the hell out. Yeah, what's up?
Not supposed to salute you either. We gotta go. The defense committee wants to see you.
I bet they did. I'm going to turn on subtitles. I can't hear a damn thing.
What's going on?
And why do you look more jacked than me? Hey, it's our boy!
Admiral?
You look good, Shepard.
You're Admiral!
I thought you were counseling.
How you hold up since being relieved?
It's not so bad. You get used to the hot food inside bed.
We'll get it sorted.
What's going on? Why is everyone in such a hurry?
Admiral Hackers mobilizing the fleet. I'm guessing words made it to Alliance Command. Something big is headed our way.
I'll bet it's a Reaper.
We don't know. Not for certain.
What else could it be?
If I knew that.
Come on, you're the arbiter.
You know we're not ready for this. Not by a long shot.
Tell that to the defense advocate.
Unless we're planning to talk to them, the committee is wasting time.
They just scared. None of them have seen the uses. You can face it out. Hell, you spoke to one. Then do the damn thing up. You've seen how they officers, what they plan to do to us. You know more about this enemy than anything.
That why they grounded me? Took away my ship?
You know this.
Yeah, kind of.
Hundreds of thousands of Batarians died.
Was that when the Reapers walked through our back door?
I know that, Judge. And so does the commander. It wasn't for that man that court-martialed and left the rotten grave.
That, your good word?
Yeah, I trust you. And so does the committee.
I'm just a soldier, no politician.
I don't think you'll be either. I just need you to do whatever the hell it takes to help us stop the Reapers.
That's fair. Hey, Kelly.
They're attracted to me too, Admiral.
You're not Kelly. They just use the same hairstyle for every woman.
Good luck out there, Shepard.
Thank you, dude. Like, why are you so much more buff than me? This makes no sense.
Yeah.
Who the hell are you?
Ashley?
Ashley? Ashley? What an upgrade!
I approve.
I'm just waiting for orders now.
Lieutenant Commander?
You had it? No, I hadn't.
Sorry, Shepard.
good to see you.
Just glad to help you.
Me too. Admiral.
Come on.
Yeah, we're still not talking, Ashley.
I used to.
So did you recognize Ashley? Well, I didn't know who that was until she spoke.
God damn, what an improvement. Like, I'm not gonna lie, she looks way better in this game.
Mm-hmm.
What's the situation?
You were hungry. You would tell us.
The reports coming in are unlike anything we've seen. Or colonies of contact, who thus contemplate everything beyond us.
Whatever this is.
Remember right, you actually see Tali's face in this game. Oh, sweet.
I hope so.
The Reapers are here.
Tried to warn you. Would you listen to me? Yeah.
Then, how do we stop them?
Stop. This isn't about strategy or tactics. This is about survival. The Reapers are more advanced, more powerful, more intelligent. They don't fear us, and they'll never take pity on us.
There must be some way.
If we're gonna have any chance of surviving, we have to stand together.
That's our plan.
Yeah, sure. Why not?
We've lost contact with the base.
It couldn't have.
Do we think mechs could actually be useful?
Hold on. I want to hear this. Yeah, that's a Reaper, all right. Whoa, 2, 3.
Jeepers, we got an infestation. Oh yeah, we're gonna have to go in there and get those out. It's Jenkins.
Why haven't we even had that?
There is no Admiralty left.
The only thing we can. We fight or we die.
Well, that was kind of a given.
We should get to the North.
Why the hell not? Wait a minute. How come I wasn't invited to the meeting?
Ah, boom!
Missed me. Ha!
Oh no. Well, great game, great follow-up. Had a good time.
Well, yeah, we tried, fellas. What can we say?
It was a lot of fun. Oh, my head. Like I need this on my vacation. You're the only one left. Oh God, I knew it would be you, Keith David.
You're the only one that matters.
Is that you? What just happened?
Wondering why Shepard doesn't want me anymore. And yes, I really am wondering this.
Keith David is alive. That's all that counts.
All right, we're gonna go ahead and go to options right now.
Sound. Okay, then.
Gameplay, maybe.
Subtitles.
Subtitles. Turn that shit on.
Yeah, we need that nonsense.
All right, now I can hear. All right, here we go.
Come on,
Follow Anderson to the spaceport. Hey, we can actually do that. Yeah, okay. What are you doing? What kind of running is that? You know, that's a good question. How do we stop something that powerful?
I believe we give it a stern talking to.
Hey, look at that. Okay, I count 1, 2, 3, 4 of these big guys. Whoa!
Remember when I said the Batarians are nearly extinct? Well, the Reapers had to reach Earth from somewhere. Well, at least they were kind enough to kill the Batarians first.
Lieutenant Commander, you read me? I'm patching the chapter. Take him out!
Okay, alright, I'm with you so far.
Without any... Oh, we gotta
melee him, alright, boy.
Never worked well for us, but okay. If they kill the Batarians...
Wait, I can just pistol whip these dudes?
They go down with one hit now? Oh, I'm a...
Oh, yes, thank you. Oh no, lasers, hit the dicks!
Hey, it looked like you didn't even play through. Don't worry, we got you, buddy. They're actually really big fans. They just don't know how to express it.
Shepard, could we get your autograph?
Sovereign was a jerk, man.
Oh, hi. Hold the heavy melee? What? Lord, you looked down at the exact wrong moment.
I was trying to read chat.
But I just literally turned my Omni tool into a sword and thrust it through his head.
Where was that in the previous games?
That explains why Jay drew my Quarian character with a sword.
As for Vegas, he started an anime time movie for the
What the hell?
Spartan.
Oh, it's the little kid.
Hey, we haven't sacrificed you yet.
Everyone's dying.
Yes, they are, kid. Which is where?
You can't help me.
Alright, well, we'll just leave you there to die then.
Whoa, what the?
Is that like our childhood innocence?
Wait, was that like a flashback to my childhood?
Who can say?
Looked a bit like me as a kid.
Every business you see here, thousands of citizens will die. I won't be responsible. It's hard enough fighting a war, but it's worse knowing no matter how hard you try, you can't save them all. Exactly.
We need to gather a crew. And then we can find the One Piece.
Yeah, priorities right now.
We need to go to the Citadel. Talk to the Council. The Citadel? The fight's here. It'll be everywhere soon enough. You said it yourself. The Reapers will destroy everything if we don't stop them. The Council has to help us.
Yeah, because they have such a great record of that.
You sure about that? No, but you're a Council Spectre. That has to count for something.
Yeah, because they've listened to us so well.
They can't ignore what's happening on Earth. They can't just say we don't know the Reapers are real.
I hope Tali can procreate because Shepard gets baby fever in this game. Really?
Wait, he does? He wants a kid?
I'm
pretty sure that they can.
Well, when I get to Mass Effect 3, I'm running Ashley, so...
Yeah, now that you've seen how she looks in this game...
I was always going to do it, but...
Yeah, look, I don't know. Everyone thinks I'm weird for...
No, Tali's actually still an incredibly popular choice.
She is?
Yes. Listen, 50% of the people I talk to that have played these games pick Tali.
Really?
Yes.
Well, I still get made fun of for it.
That's because they're yellow.
What the? Oh, shoot! Whoa! Oh, God.
That was cool, though.
No, we're going to reroute. Stop. No, come in. Friendly. You two won't like it. Let's see you.
What the?
They're awesome.
Batarians? They went down easy enough.
Because they're Batarian stock. Batarian.
Our gunship was shot down. We barely made it.
You have a radio? We're trying to contact our ship.
No. There's one in the gunship, and it's gonna be crawling with those things.
Stay here, son. We'll get you out of here. Come on. Let's get to the gunship.
Hey, Raven and Laura, the Temple Institute made a video a while back debating whether or not mechas are useful or pointless. Where do you stand on this? It depends heavily on the world that they're in.
Type of mecha, all that jazz. I generally am more in favor of other modes of armament, like tanks and stuff. I've seen the video in question. Because the biggest problem is mechs have one serious weakness. Air power. That's the reason why a lot of tanks, like in the Ukraine-Russian war, you've actually seen this, tanks lose to air power. There's also another reason why the Marine Corps has actually phased tanks out of their main battle line. Batarian zombies, look, what is your suggestion on how to deal with these vermin? Purge. The only solution.
No, but this is Anderson. Do you read?
What's your location?
By a downed gunship in the harbor. I'm activating his distress beacon. Send support. We've got movement down there.
With all respect, we got wounded everywhere.
Damn it! Lost the signal. Let's hope that beacon does its job. And fast, we've got company.
I want to bring the BB back when we can modernize it. The BB? You mean the BB gun? Or you're referring to something else? Have you ever, Warwick, have you ever considered making alternate history content? I've toyed with the idea, but the thing is, there's a lot of other people that already do such a good job with that. Alternate History Hub, Mr. Z. What if all Piss doesn't really do it anymore? There's another guy that I recently subscribed to that does a pretty good job as well. Oh, battleships. Yeah, they might bring them back because now they have like 26-mile guns in development. We'll see. Right now we got the Tyrannies to fry.
Seems that I'm out of weapons, out of ammo.
Give me more ammo, damn it. The bullets actually do damage.
Good, I just ran out of ammo. Woo! That's a sight for sore eyes. That's my girl. Let us on, people. Thank you very much. You are still not my number one.
But by golly, if you don't make a second play.
Come on! I'm not going.
Oh, come on!
Dude, no. Don't do this.
There's a million more like them and they need a lead.
If you...
Let's fight together, Anderson. It's a fight we can't win. Not without help. We need every species and all their ships to even have a chance of defeating. Talk to the council. Convince them to help us. What if
Sir, that.
Then make it. Now go. That's an order.
Ah, dang it, Shank.
Remember? The city is reinstated. Commander,
Heck yeah.
you know what you have to do. I'll be back for you, and I'll bring every fleet I can. Good luck. You too.
He better not die. He better not die. That's all I can say. Ashley, why are you looking at me like that? You're definitely hot. You're like, there's no question. But what you did to me in Mass Effect 2, I'm not okay with. There's the kid.
Yeah, I'm gonna gun him down from here. Well, what do we have here? Oh, good call, kid. Joker, why are we still here? No. You do not kill Keith David. No!
No!
Not Keith David.
The kid and Keith are dead! No!
Well, I am now Supreme Ruler of Earth. Do my bidding. Land like a dainty butterfly. Earth. So we're just leaving Earth to be screwed. Although the laser just killed the kid, Anderson was nowhere near it. Oh, so Anderson's still alive. Well, good, that's okay.
But the kid died. That's sad, man.
Yeah, we tried to help him. He didn't want to listen to us. Oh,
Raven, could you do me a favor and read Microgod? No. I'm in the middle of the book. I'm not... Stop. I'll read what I can when I can.
So yeah, Earth is screwed.
Man.
Wait, you mean it's like we're gonna be gone for like days or weeks or months, and you're telling me Earth's gonna hold out that long against the Reapers?
I mean, we never knew how long it took the Reapers to do their thing.
Where are we going?
James, are you really about to give me shit right now?
We're leaving. Leaving?
Yes.
What's going on?
Yes.
Anderson wants us to go to the Citadel and get help for the fight.
Bullshit. We're not going to leave.
We don't have a choice. Without help, this war's already over.
Correct.
Forget it. Drop me off. Enough. Don't you think I'd rather stay and fight? We're going to the Citadel.
I know you wish you were in Gears of War right now, considering your build.
Joker, that you?
He's still alive? That we're doing okay.
Anderson's already ordered to the Citadel to talk to the council. Yes, sir.
Yeah, Dr. Tassoni gets around.
So we gotta go to Mars to meet up with Dr. Tassoni. Oh, I think we know why we want to meet up with Dr. Tassoni.
So yeah, you are now third place, Tassoni. Sorry, I don't make the rules.
This is local.
Why Mars? What do you think we'll find there?
Good Cincinnati chili recipe.
But if it helps us win this war, grab your gear.
Yay!
Not sure how I feel about the new guy, because
Yeah, he's kind of dead.
he's like he's trying to be Caden. You can't be Caden.
Yeah, I think the idea was that if Caden lived, he'd take that guy's place and we'd get a new chick for.
No, I don't think we get a replacement chick.
Yeah, we would. I'm pretty sure we'd get a replacement chick for Ashley.
No, because that guy was specifically in like a movie.
Was he?
Yeah, he was in like an anime movie.
But then again, maybe the idea was that Ashley is the canon one who lives. But in
I
like,
think most people consider Ashley the canon.
but what I'm saying is, if you were to play the game and Ashley dies in the first game, then a girl would be there to replace her in this one.
Maybe.
Because, I mean, remember, you had to choose between Ashley and Kaden in the original?
Wait, Kelly's still an option?
I didn't know Kelly was an option.
Be ready.
What, no pink uniform this time, Ashley? Alright.
All right, let's go call the Mechanicus.
We're heading into their backyard.
So, Mechanicus guys, you know about these Reapers? Oh, those are last year's science project.
That would be great. They try and Reapers land on Mechanicus Mars. It's like, alright, boys, scrapping time.
Just like, let's scrap these for the Omnissiah. We can find the toasters. Like crawling all over them like ants. South of the Ribbon, James replaces both Caden and Ashley, depending on which one you left in Vermeer. So wait, if Ashley died on Vermeer, it would be Caden and James? Oh, that's Blue Ball City. Ugh.
Now Ash went from Pink Ranger to Blue Ranger. I kind of miss Pink Ranger.
Okay, so we can level up a lot of this guy. Whoa!
Ooh, this is new. Frag. They brought grenades back.
Previous ranks must be okay. Okay.
Let's make a quick pit stop to the Sierra. That way we can pick up Marcus Phoenix and the boys. That'd be a very different game.
Oh wow! I still have most of my stuff still up.
Nice. Let's get that fitness up there. Rise and grind.
Probably want to upgrade our combat mastery too.
I could have been in the gear, Shepard. The devs gave grenades back because the fans were very upset about it.
As they should.
Mm-hmm.
We'll finish upgrading these guys and then we'll call it a night. We'll pick this up next time.
Alright. Yeah, it is 10:30. But hey, we made some progress.
I get the feeling that the game intentionally tried to get us with either Ashley or Liara, and they were a little surprised that a lot of people chose Tali.
Yeah, well, in the first game, they definitely wanted you to get with Liara.
Yeah, even when you start the second game, the comic that you read at the beginning to tell you what happened in the first one makes like 2 points about how Liara is a very
I think that was the developer's choice. I think they probably brought Ashley back and made her like this because a lot of people were like, whoa, we got with Ashley in game 1. Why can't we get with her in game 2? And they're like, she's back?
Yeah, literally. All right, we're gonna save right there.
Yep. I haven't seen it. Do the Reapers win by because?
I don't know. I have not played Mass Effect 3. This is totally new territory for me. With Mass Effect 2, I played most of it before, so I kind of knew it was coming. With this is totally new for me. Oh, thank God, we actually get things identified for us on the marker, like with a marker and things. That's actually helpful.
Only if you bungle certain choices, so you guys are going to have to help us.
Yeah, we'll need y'all's help.
Oh gosh, can you imagine though? Like, imagine you played through Mass Effect 3.
You can change your loadout on the field. Sweet.
Beautiful. But imagine before the collection, and you had to go through painstaking detail to get your files from Mass Effect 1 to 2, and finally get to 3, and you finally get to the end of the game, but you lose because, guess what? You made a bad decision in Mass Effect 1 and 2 that you didn't think was a big deal. Alright, so heads up, you can only get 90% on war readiness because online co-op is dead. Bummer.
Is the franchise dead or alive? It's alive. They're actually making the next game.
From what I've heard. Andromeda kind of almost killed it for a second.
Yeah, Andromeda almost destroyed it, but... Oh. Let's see what this is about. What? What did I just see happen? No, really, what did I just see happen?
I smell something fishy. Blast!
Those? I've never seen those armors before. What are we up against? Batarians, maybe? Let's see. What?
What server is doing here on Mars?
Good question.
You don't know?
I'm not with them anymore, Ash, if that's what you're asking.
It wasn't, but you have to admit, it's a bit convenient.
Ash, shut the hell up, okay? Okay, you know what? I was gonna compliment you and say that you seem a lot nicer now. No, you're still a bitch, and I stand by it. After all that's happened, after all we've seen, after literally the Reapers have shown up in force, you were still going on, oh, you joined Cerberus, you're an enemy.
There's actually going to be Mass Effect 5. Well, Andromeda really wasn't a 4 because it was almost completely disconnected from the events of the first 3 games. You literally go to a different galaxy.
You need a lot more men and firepower to take this place otherwise.
Oh, before we get off, I do need to show you. Lark, this was the melee.
Oh, heck yes.
That's exactly what I did. Well, one thing's for sure. They're no friendly alliance. Agreed.
Yeah, I get. James even knows what I did with Cerberus.
Oh, there's the button.
All right, let's go down, and we'll save there.
Extreme cancer, Shepard.
Uh-huh.
Look, don't ask me.
I'm gonna ask you.
What is Cerberus doing here?
What makes you think I have it?
You work for them. How am I supposed to believe you've cut all ties?
Good fucking lord!
We joined forces to take down the collectors. That's it.
They rebuilt you from scratch. They give your ship, resources.
Let me be clear. I've had no contact with Cerberus since I destroyed the collector base. And I have no idea why they're here now or what they want. Commander Shepard's been under constant surveillance since coming back to Earth. No way they communicate since.
Thank you, James.
Sorry, Shepard.
No, you're not sorry, and I don't forgive you.
You of all people should know what I'm about.
Let's be honest, we gave BioWare way too much credit regarding writing. Exhibit A, Ash moaning about Shepard working with Cerberus in the past. Indeed. Also,
I don't mind her having issues with it, but... Oh, Liara.
I thought you were at the Shadow Broker's place.
Well, this feels familiar. You running away from far more dangerous things. Wow, they're terrible shots.
Nice.
Wow. She's cold-blooded now.
Your stock is suddenly rising.
Easy there, Lieutenant. She's with us.
Hey, how you doing?
Shepard, thank the goddess you're alive.
Liara.
I was worried when the reports came in. They hit Earth hard.
Yeah, it was difficult to leave.
Ashley, I'm sorry. Why'd you come here?
Hackett ordered us to come. Said you'd know what was going on.
I do.
Okay, then why'd you ask why we came?
Finally.
Maybe. I've discovered plans for a Prothean device. One that could wipe out the Reapers.
Keep talking.
Here on Mars?
No. In Neptune. Yes.
Yes.
We've known about the archives for decades. Why now?
Process of elimination, mixed with a little desperation. When you destroyed the Alpha Relay, you bought us some time, but then you were under investigation. I knew I had to do something. Hackett knew it too. He contacted me, asking if I would use my resources as a shadow broker to find a way to stop the Reapers. My search led me here. Hackett got me access to the archives and kept me updated on your status. I meant to come see you.
I was under house. There wasn't much I could do to help you anyway.
Oh, the reason why I don't romance Tali anymore is because in Mass Effect 3 you won't see her Tali for most of the game. Ah,
That sucks.
I think I found what we need.
I guess I'll believe it when I see it. Where do we find this weapon?
It's not a weapon, not yet. It's plans for a device, a blueprint.
It's more than we had to do. How do we get there?
The archives are just across that tramway. Assuming Cerberus hasn't locked it down.
What are they after?
Yeah, they seem hell-bent on catching you.
They want what I'm here for. What we're all here for.
But what?
The Protheans came close to defeating the Reapers. They had plans to destroy them, but ran out of time.
And anything powerful enough to destroy the Reapers.
Just might be something Cerberus would be interested in.
So it's a race to the archives.
We've got company.
Bring it on.
Not this time.
What?
Get back to the ship. Cerberus leads us to the archives. I need you covering the exits.
But
Now.
They're getting closer. We should take cover.
why are people robot noises?
Alright, let's deal with these guys. I hate that though.
Not a problem for someone to buy out.
Who would make a better Tiandi, Jet Li or Jackie Chan?
Jet Li, I don't care.
That's all over.
We still gonna romance her anyway because she will always be best girl.
Well, yeah, but I think that's stupid. They made Tali so irrelevant in this game. That's actually stupid in my opinion. But I'm gonna make a guess. I'm gonna make a quick guess. I'm willing to bet that they did that because they weren't happy that Tali is considered best girl, and they wanted to try to force the issue with these two again. I get the feeling that Mass Effect really wanted us to get with these two, because those were the only two options in the first game. And when people said, nah, we'd rather have Tali because these two left us, they're trying to say, no, they're back. Well, anyway, this is where we're going to stop it, guys, because it's late. We've gone on way longer than I expected us to, but we will pick up here next time. I've already saved, so we're good to go. I think that about covers it. We will decide what to play tomorrow night. I will think about it. I don't know what it'll be, but we will think on it. Thank you guys so much for watching. As always, this has been awesome. Glad to finally be on the last game of the Mass Effect trilogy. And as always, guys, we will see you in the next video. Take care.
Have a good one, fellas.